Yeah, it was a great weekend for our program. I thought we took a huge step forward, kind of across the board, what we had been looking for since the season began. We got to see some conference teams, so that was obviously nice, and kind of see where we stacked up against, the other NSIC teams. But I thought we competed really well. We put ourselves in a lot of races, gave ourselves the chance to place high. Obviously, the highlights being Ashley, Lewis, and Jacob. But across the board, I was really pleased with our team as a whole.
Talk about those three, their performances. What made them so successful in their competition for the weekend?
Yeah, Jacob was the first one up. Got the day off, started on a great note, and yeah, he has just progressed tremendously since coming here last year as a freshman. And we thought he was in good shape, and we set the bar pretty high of a time we thought he could run, and gave him a pretty good strategy to just stick behind Augustana, and as we knew they were probably going to take it out and let them do all the work and try to make a move somewhere late in the race. And he followed the plan to a T, and yeah, I thought he did a great job, and obviously it paid off with a fast time. Lewis, yeah, he was next up, and he's had a bit of a transition since coming here mid-semester and starting, and this was finally the performance that I thought he was capable of. He got out really well. Again, we gave him a strategy. He followed it to a T and came away with the win, which is probably the most important thing. Records are nice, but to come away with a win against other conference runners is a huge plus. And then lastly, Ashley, 300 meters is kind of a non-traditional distance that's not run at many meets, if any at all. And I think we thought she could run fast based on her 400 meter splits and relays, and her 200 meters kind of meeting in the middle there. She asked us beforehand if she thought she could break the school record, and our assistant coach, Coach Adams, he said absolutely. So I think that gave her a huge confidence boost once the gun went off. But again, she competed real well, finished runner-up to a young lady from NDSU. So obviously, a great day for those three.
Looking a little bit more closely at Jacob's performance, obviously we're in the middle of track season right now, and we didn't get the cross-country season in the fall. But what do you think his, improvements and the steps that he's made here this winter and this spring, how do you think those translate to that longer cross-country season coming up in the fall?
Yeah, I think it'll bode very well for him. I think he has earmarked himself as being in that upper echelon of runners in the NSIC, and I think he's slowly gaining confidence, every race that he's able to run with the best guys in the conference. We haven't seen too many in the region, but I have no doubt that he could be up there as well, mixing it up with them. And I think he's gained confidence just from the consistency in his training. He has run upwards of 90 miles a week in the summertime and into the fall, and I think once you start stacking successful weeks on successful weeks, it's only a matter of time before you kind of have that breakthrough. And then he's obviously had very successful workouts. Twice a week we kind of try to get after it pretty hard in intervals and things like that, and he's done a really good job of again, the consistency of nailing workouts, hitting the times that we're giving him, and I think that gives us as coaches optimism when we go to him and say, hey, you've hit this time, or you've run this for the workout. We think you can do this for this upcoming race, whatever distance he's running. And on his part, he believes us wholeheartedly. I think he's bought in 100%. And so obviously that when you have that from an athlete, I think it helps.
With Ashley and Lewis, they had the fastest times in D2 for their events. Are they aware of that? Do they know that they were the fastest?
Yeah, we informed them on Saturday, and I think they were pretty excited. Obviously, when you can tell someone that, hey, you were the fastest in the entire country in Division II, certainly something to be proud of, and I think the team was really excited to hear that news as well. So I don't know that we've had that since I've been here. I know we've had a bunch of top 10 performances weekly, but to have two student athletes with Minot State across their chests run the fastest times in the country in certain events, certainly a great day for the program.
A lot of depth in your throwers this weekend. Not as many high place finishes as we've seen the last couple weekends, but still some really good performances. How do you think they attacked him?
Yeah, I know, the weight throw didn't go as well as we expected, but I thought they bounced back really well in shot put. Chloe Gunderson had a huge PR, and I know Sam Crines and Corbin Harris, they moved up on the NSIC list, hopefully punching their ticket to the conference meet. But, I think today we had high expectations in the weight throw, and when those didn't go to plan, I know Coach Gus, he gathered the group around and kind of rallied them, and I certainly think it showed, with the performances in the shot put and doing really well with, either overall lifetime PRs or seasonal PRs. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.